Hello, everybody. Venture back for another HipHop Vinyl unboxing roundup because everything is pre-orders these days, and they all come in the mail eventually. But they have arrived, and I've been saving them up to kind of go through and do these, practicing a little bit of delayed gratification. So, without any further ado, let's start off with the first one, which is going to be from ALC Records, as it says there on the sticker. And so this one was, if I can get this cracked open without actually going through and bumping the camera, the second pressing of LULU with Conway the Machine and obviously produced by the Alchemist. I missed out on the first one like many did. And then for the second wave, this one, I went through and I missed out on both the picture disc and the white vinyl pressing. But I still managed to get at least this, so let's crack this open because I know that the sleeve at least is nice. If I can get this to actually open for me. I can't remember what the limits for the units were on this one. I think it was 500 for the black vinyl and then 250 each for the picture disc and the white colored vinyl pressing, but I could be completely mistaken. Don't hold me to that. I'm just going off of what I remember off the top of my head. I would need to look that up, and that info would probably be found easily on discographies or discogs. You know what I mean? That thing where you track all the records and releases and stuff. All right, so there we go. Popping that out. And then there it is. Beauty. Ah, if only I had that portable turntable that I kickstarted showing up so I could actually go through and preview these. Of course, the other downside to that is I don't necessarily want to get DMCA struck, so I don't know. If you guys are interested in actually getting an audio preview of these, let me know. Maybe I'll try and set these up over by my turntables rather than just waiting on that portable. Moving on. We have from the Rapwinkle, and this one's kind of obvious looking at the looking at the sticker that they have there, which I appreciate that kind of stuff. It's the little details. But this one is a Big Ghost produced release with an artist that I wasn't aware of until this album, but that for me ends up being the case with a lot of stuff for Big Ghost, which, you know what, I am mad because this album was dope. I was a fan. It came out for me out of nowhere, and I really enjoyed this. So here we go. UFO Fev, Big Ghost Limited, with cuts by DJ Grouch, and yeah, this is the Ghost of Albizu, and this one. So this particular variant 100, I guess that's 45. And I believe that this one was the splatter because there was the Puerto Rican flag tricolor. I don't remember if there was a picture disc for this one or not. But I mean, as is the case with limited final releases these days, most of them do end up having fancy colorways and splatters and whatnot. So, yeah. So getting that one cracked open. And there it is. The Ghost of Albizu by Big Ghost Limited and UFO Fev. And yeah, this one came out late last year, but the whole project was dope. I was really impressed with this one, and a lot of dope tracks on there. I don't know. Don't know if I could say I have a favorite, but Demigods does stand out. So, yeah. More dope stuff from a dope producer. Moving on from that. This one coming from across the pond. And as has been the case with most of these things, it's like, you know, it's nice to go through and try and aim for like the limited edition colorways or the picture disc or the splatter or what have you. But in some cases, you know, it's just not going to happen. As is the case with this label in particular. So I just end up not even bothering trying to score the variants. I just go for the straight up black vinyl without any hesitations, because anytime that I've gone through since the drop in, what was it, July? Since June or July. Since then, basically everything has just been ridiculously hard to cop. So, yeah, dope records. Bring in the dopeness with the latest Rome Streetz and Noize Kandy 4. Now, this one isn't obviously the latest because there is that new Rome Streetz album that just dropped with Mugs that I completely missed out on the first drop from. Supposedly there's going to be a second wave for that one, but we'll see if I'm even able to get lucky on that one. And yeah, this one, again, a lot of dope tracks on this one. If I had to pick off the top of my head, I'd say New York Fitted, but I usually just give this one a listen the whole way through whenever I pop this on, so yeah. Always good shit from Rome Streetz. And continuing on, this one from a label that's quite a bit closer to home for me, because it's actually, whoops, completely bumping the fucking camera there. Sorry about that. This one is a local label, and I just stumbled across it not too long ago. Not that the label is exceedingly old, so it's not like I missed out on too much beforehand. Though, I mean, with everything being limited, you know how that be. But yeah, this coming out of Chong Wizard Records. We have Midnight Suns from Chong Wizard and Zilla Rock. And this one's on the whole comic book steez, which really spoke to me. So that was kind of like, all right, I'm going to have to. And then I ended up going with the black and white variant as opposed to the, I can't remember what colorway splatter it was. It was like green, white, and yellow or something like that. But really nice work on the obi strips on these ones as well. And the cover art on both variants, honestly, just being beautiful. But this one, I really appreciate it. I know there's a there's a version of this going that you can actually get the original artwork for this. Definitely, unfortunately, out of my price range at the moment. And then any of the test variants for this, I think, or test pressings for this one, excuse me. I think also had some really dope limited art on those. So let me see if I can get this cracked open without fucking shit up to show this color swirl on the record itself, because again, as I mentioned, this one not being the clear with the colorway splatter on it. There we go. And that's how this one ends up looking for my particular copy on the A side and the B side. And that's pretty dope looking. And this one had an interesting list of credits to it as well that, you know, ended up making for a dope, interesting album. Because it did have, let's see, I mean, aside from features from Lord Juco, Nature, Malik B, rest in peace. And it also had, what do we call it, extra work put in by Widowmaker and drum work provided by Jason. So, yeah, dope project. Happy to go through and own a physical on that one. But continuing on from there, I think I know what this one is, but I don't want to speak before I go through and open it because I might be completely mistaken. So let's get that cracked open so that I can confirm that this is in fact, yep, that picture disc that I was waiting on. Because I didn't end up getting, I can't remember what colorway it was, but I think that one came with a poster. That one sold out by the time that I got around to it. But they still did have the picture disc for Only for Dolphins by Action Bronson. And yeah, this album was dope. I really enjoyed this one. Splash was hilarious. And yeah, no, it's just solid album from front to back, in my opinion. So, and I mean, you can see the picture disc there, so I don't even need to pull the damn thing out the sleeve, which is nice and convenient. I can't even remember who was all in production on this album either, but it made for an interesting variety of beats, and Bronson did his thing over top. So yeah, definitely one of my favorite projects from last year. And then finally, last record in the roundup, and this one was one that I stumbled across from browsing too many vinyl threads on Reddit, because I was certain that I'd already missed out on this one. But then more pressings came in different colorways. And your boy managed to get lucky. So, continuing on. Since I managed to go through and get lucky last time with the ALC, no, my bad. Well, no, I did get lucky with the deluxe version, which that one should be coming when that one comes. But here we have Manger on McNichols by Boldy James and Sterling Toles. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this one is just on the black vinyl, but it should still include the poster. So let's get that cracked open. Make sure I'm not imagining things. And yeah, I did manage to get copies of Versace tape and a copy of, what do we call it? The deluxe version ALC variant of deluxe or excuse me, Pusha T in China, which I did end up seeing when the Tough Kong variant for the deluxe version ended up getting posted. And by the time it did, the Obi was already gone, and I already had the other ALC version confirmed. It was really hard to go through and justify picking up another version of the album. So I opted not to. Because how many copies of a single album do you really need to own? I ask that of myself sometimes, and then I look at my collection, and so many albums have far too many copies of, so that kind of throws that argument out the window. Anyway, all right, finally got that open properly. And there we go. Artwork on the sleeve. Looking nice. Very nice, bespoke. And oh, okay, this one's gonna be too big to get in frame, but a decent sized poster for sure to be included of that sleeve artwork. So, in contrast to how small that print was on the sleeve, here you can kind of get a scope for how big the poster is, which is to say it's a 24 by 36 inch. And then on the back side, all right, so we've got credits, more credits, and then a nice little written blurb by Sterling Toles, which I believe is kind of giving just a background on what went into the creation of the album. But yeah, I got lucky on this one because I copped it not too long after it ended up getting posted on the Bandcamp page. I don't think there was too many copies of it going around, and it was sold out by the next time that I actually managed to go through and look at it. So, yeah. Manager on McNichols. And that is Boldy James and Sterling Toles. And with that, I think that pretty much wraps up this latest roundup. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed that. If there's anything you're curious about with any of these albums, let me know. And if you do want to actually have some sort of preview audio to go along with the unboxing, let me know. I'll try and see if I can work that in for next time. Because I don't think that turntable is going to be coming anytime soon. Everything's getting delayed because of the situation, as what things are these days. But anyways, yeah, that's been another HipHop Vinyl unboxing roundup. And until next time, I've been Venture. Hope y'all stay safe and take care. Peace.